Dr. Martin Richard exhausted by the illness and had not slept for 2 weeks. Dr. Richard had been suffered anxiety and depression. In inquest, Howard professor was found hanged in the garage of his family home in Cardiff, Wales. B. Alex Matthews for Mile Online published 0957 EDT, the 6th of September 2017, updated 1011 EDT, the 6th of September 2017. Dr. Martin Richard, 43, from Cardiff, was left feeling exhausted by the illness but hadn't slept for 2 weeks. An economics professor who advised the government hanged himself after being exhausted by a battle with me. Dr. Martin Richard, 43, from Cardiff, was left feeling exhausted by the illness but hadn't slept for 2 weeks. ME is a long-term neurological condition that causes persistent fatigue. The father of Wo was suffering from anxiety and depression and was found hanged in the garage of his family in Cardiff in June. His wife Elena Richard, 44, said in the last few weeks of his life he suffered exhaustion. Martin's behavior changed and he was having feelings of hopelessness. He didn't sleep for 2 weeks. Mr. Richard had opened up to his wife about his depression the night before he took his own life, the inquest heard. Ms. Richard said, after a number of hours of me trying to calm him down and alleviate his worries, we went to bed. On June 20th, I woke up at 6 a.m. As I came downstairs, I couldn't see Martin. I remember having a feeling to look out to our garage. The professor had been dead for a number of hours when emergency services arrived. The father of Wo was suffering from anxiety and depression and was found hanged in the garage of his family in Cardiff in June. His medical cause of death was pressure on the neck consistent with hanging. Coroner Philip Spinney said Martin Richard often acted as an advisor to the UK government. He worked long hours and suffered anxiety. We heard a few weeks prior to his death he had been diagnosed with myalgic encephalomyelitis. The night before his death, he explained to his wife he had felt anxious and depressed for the past 4 years. Mr. Richard left behind 3 goodbye letters, one to his parents, one to his wife and one to his children. Mr. Spinney recorded a conclusion of suicide. Throughout his career, Mr. Richard worked on a groundbreaking piece of research for the UK Commission for Employment. He was also a member of the Welsh Government's Innovation Advisory Council for Wales and professor at the University of South Wales. For confidential support, call the Samaritans on 116,123 or visit a local Samaritans branch. See www.samaritans.org for details.